Hi everyone, welcome back to Weintek-Mas. Today we're covering the principle of least privilege. This is one of the most important security practices you can apply to any project. The goal is simple: limit what each user can access so that if an account is compromised, the damage is limited. It also helps prevent accidental changes, keeps memories clear, and reduces privilege creep. This is where people can collect access they no longer need. The principle of least privilege means that each user should have the minimum access needed to do their job, and for only as long as they need. In practice, this looks like only giving access to specific screens, objects, or setting a role's needs, restricting configuration areas that aren't relevant to most users, and regularly reviewing the permissions to make sure that they still match the person's job. A few easy ways to harden your system is by disable or restricting features/pages that the user doesn't need or shouldn't touch, removing the default password and setting strong and unique credentials, and creating clear roles with meaningful names like operator, maintenance, supervisor, admin, and assigning these based on the responsibilities. A good way to picture this is a hotel key card. You check into the hotel and you're the user. Your key gives you access to your room, the elevator, and maybe the gym. But it doesn't give you access to stuff like the boiler room or the security office or like a cash register. That's least privilege. You do what you need, but nothing extra. There's also if your role changes, let's say, because let's say now you're the owner. You have access to everything basically, and you can go anywhere you want. The responsibilities change based on the role. On Weintek-Mas, you can apply the principle of least privilege. So on EB Pro, you'd go to the system parameters, then to the security tab, and enable the username and password. And then for each user, you can assign the appropriate class and role. And then within each object, you can select the role that has access to the object. This lets you lock down sensitive actions like changing recipes, modifying set points, or entering system settings. You can also easily go back in and change what access each user has so that they will never have access to more than they need. And that's the principle of least privilege. Set up your roles, lock down what doesn't need to be changed or touched, and your HMI project is going to be much safer. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you join us for the next day of Weintek-Mas.